so fast. So we do have a responsibility to think about how people are displaced, perhaps, in terms of technology. Let's think about the context in which we operate. You can say, well, we can choose whether we get engaged with technology or not. We can take it or leave it. Have we? We're surrounded by it, so I think it's not quite as simple as saying we have choice. I think we also have that responsibility to support those people that are displaced. Look for new skills. Look for what we need in the future. Yes, we need our humanness. Yes, we could do more about relationships. No one's denying that. I mean, I call myself a relational coach, so I'm really full on with that one. However, we do have a social responsibility that we take care of the future of where it's going, and what are we going to put in place to support that? And how can AI help us with that? Let's work together on it and see where that takes us.
I know Morana can also add something here before we go to this.
Yeah, I'm going to try to answer your question, actually, from the organizational point of view, but I think the dilemma is not, just going back to what she said, is it's not the choice whether we use AI or not, is how we use it. That's the choice, what you do with it. And that is the first question you should ask yourself before deciding how much you should know about it. And this is how we approach it in organizations where now, with I would say, a lack of clear regulatory framework, we still try to have some governance because you simply need to introduce some AI systems, and the way you do it, you do a risk assessment of the system. You start with where you want to use it, with which data you're going to fill it in, what's going to be the output, and then you rank it whether it's low, medium, or high risk system, and depending on that, you implement some of the measures and the rules how to use it. So that's what we can do now. So it's not like one question, do I need to know? You will never know everything about AI because it's so big, there's no way that we can know, and our brain is limited. So we should focus, and that's why I'm going back to the perspective of whether it's a relationship between a human and AI. For me, no, it's a tool. It's a tool. I choose which one I use, when I use it, and for what I use it for, and that's it.
Hi. I don't see. Who's raising the question?
Here.
Okay, thank you.
So I have two statements and one question for reflection. A bit of context, I'm working with AI for quite some years through systems, HR, L&D, and so on, organizational systems. And with generative AI, a little bit before it became mainstream, I've been beta testers for some of the tools we are using today. Okay. Yeah? Are we good? Yeah, okay, I'm trying not to bite it. Here is one statement that might be uncomfortable for some. AI, generative AI, is probably the most accurate mirror we have as humanity, as a human race. And to pick up on 4 with the dinosaur, we kind of gave birth to that, because all the information these models are trained with is coming from us. AI works with the most probable next. And to put it very simplistic, if 10 people say this is black, and one will say it's white, guess what AI will tell you when you are asking what's the color of this glass?
Like,
Of course. So it's most probable next. It's coming from us. It's a reflection of us. AI doesn't have its own volition, and thank you, Morana, for putting this front and center. It's okay. If what it does is good or bad, it can't. The way we are using it can be used to control, manipulate, so on, or can be used for good. And the reflection I'm proposing to the room and to our panel. Do we need to be right that AI is bad? Or do we choose to be curious and understand how it works and how we can partner with it ethically, securely, safely for our work or for our clients? And I'm done.
I think, I'm sure the audience is in agreement that at the end of the day, it is about, embracing as well the opportunity that we have with AI in a responsible way. I don't think that, leaving this room thinking that AI is bad, as you highlighted, is going to make any service to anyone in our profession. So it's a little bit what Jean-Francois was sharing yesterday about the danger opportunity, right? And the importance of balancing both. Just a short statement, really. We are talking about AI, but we're not talking about AI. We're talking about people. It doesn't have a personality of its own. It's what we do with it. So AI is neither good or bad. People are good or bad.
Yeah, we have questions here, all over. Thank you.
I'm here. Sorry. I think from my perspective, AI is like a wild west that is being settled down, and my question is very practical somehow, which is we have the AI, we have different tools. I use different tools for different purposes, but what about training? Because we need some specific kind of framework for using the AI. So, I mean, we are talking about ethical stuff, and so what about getting to use right the AI? How to, I don't know, how to prompt, how to communicate with the different tools, how to define some kind of, not to say standards, but rules or framework in order for us to really and frankly and coherently communicate with the different AI tools that we're having.
If I might say that, say something on that, Alberto, and I don't want to put Özlem in the spot. She is the AI and Digital Center for Excellence lead, but we are right now working as we speak on a e-learning module for our community related to AI, because, why don't you say a few words, Özlem?
I was just telling even to Esther that thanks to your question, because that's exactly what we need. Everybody's talking about AI literacy, but like, what does it mean is the big thing. Yeah. So that's why we are going to do a very short, like an e-learning type of thing for our community. Of course, it's just a start because, like you're saying, it's just, A, it develops very fast. B, it has many layers to it, but it's kind kind of like a basic, starting point, let's say. That's the approach.